Gosh. Goodness gracious. There we go. What's up? Who's here? Who is it? Daniel-san, what's up? My man. Good to see you. Welcome back. Just uploaded a video. Decided maybe some people will. Thank you, appreciate that. Maybe some people will stop by if they get a notification that my video just went up, and then they'll see me streaming. Maybe they'll stop by. I don't know. I haven't posted anything on my social media yet, but I will. If you got any questions, drop them. And I'm going to make a quick post saying I'm live streaming, so I don't even know what I'm saying. Give me a second, stand by. So my Instagram is, I have a few Instagrams. One's electrical, one's for my Corvette stuff. Yeah, so just posting those real quick. Maybe that'll get someone in here. Yeah, that should work. Anyways, off-topic question, but what time is it where you live? It is 7:16 p.m. I'm on the West Coast, Washington State. Anyways, all right, so I'm back. I got a bowl of chili here, so just gonna go to town on that. So, let me know how you're doing. How's school going? Anything new at work? Yeah, we're kind of trimming out stuff, so hanging lights. Haven't had to do much stuff the last few days, but basically just been passing out lights and stuff, setting stuff out for people to do work. So basically I'm setting stuff out, and then people come and hang stuff, or basically whatever I lay out, they install it. So I've been kind of just setting stuff out. Did a few plug switches and stuff today. But today I was assembling some lights today, so haven't done that in a while, I think. Last week I was just kind of hanging stuff, lights, smoke detectors, stuff like that, so under counter lights. So assembling some stuff today that took quite a while, some pendant lights. You'll see that in the video today. Was pulling some feeders yesterday, so that was new. I haven't done that in a while. Luckily, I didn't have to do it today because it was like 20 degrees and snowing. I mean, yesterday it was snowing while we were pulling the wire, but today it was just like iced over from, for real. So it was like an inch snow over last night. Last night it snowed like an inch or whatever, so Luckily, didn't have to work out there. Like everything was like froze over and it looked terrible. But people are out there pulling wires, so glad it wasn't me. Any other questions? Yeah, the channel's been doing pretty good recently, so that's cool. 2 views, 2 likes. That's good. I just like looking at the numbers. I don't know, I'm fascinated by numbers. Just like the graphs and stuff like that. So, like, the end of the month of January is the highest view count I've had in like a year. It's like 614 views in one day. And then went down to 478, 452, back up to 494. Yesterday was 547. So usually during the week, the views go up a little bit. And then on the weekend, if I don't upload, it goes like straight down. But I kind of made videos over the weekend this weekend, so I think it's staying up a little bit. Journeyman exam, just basically take a test out of a book. Just depends how well your school teaches you or how well you remember things. I'm not gonna lie, it is a hard test. It took me 3 times to pass the Oregon State one, but they say Oregon State is the hardest code test out of all 50 states or something like that. But my school didn't teach me a lot of stuff that was on the test, and I'm pretty slow at, like, I won't say the slowest, but at finding the answers, I kind of like want to find it word for word. So I'm not the quickest when it comes to like finding the answers 100%. But yeah, it's a hard test, but if I can do it, I think anyone can. Let me see that again. It's amazing, like to become one. Just a lot of code questions, a lot of studying, remembering where the code questions are at just to find the answers. You can use like it's called like a Tom Henry's code or keyword finder or whatever. Basically, it's a little thin booklet, and basically you look up a keyword. So if it says the question, if you're I hate these pop-ups on my computer. It's so annoying. If there's a question about feeders, you go to F, go to feeders, and then basically it tells you what section it is, and then you just open what section 500 or whatever, and then you just start looking for. So basically, it's a little way to help you study less or whatever. So that was a huge thing to help me pass and study in my 4th and 5th year. For sure. Christian, welcome back. I just saw your comment or something. Yep. See your comment. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that plug, dude. It was crazy. I went up in the attic and I was like digging for it, and I like blowing up all this insulation. Like my nose was black. I just took a shower, and then I charged the guy like hell or nothing. So, anyways, I screwed myself. But it's probably like asbestos or something. Yeah, that'd be cool. Are you from Delaware, Daniel? Christian, where are you from? I need more lemonade. I'm already out of lemonade. I have nothing to drink. We're in Maryland, but yeah, it is. Nice. My best friend, I don't know, my best online friend lives. Well, one of my best online friends lives in Delaware, so I'm gonna be going to Delaware. Well, Delaware. I'm gonna be probably driving to Pennsylvania / Delaware at the end of the year. Well, in the summertime in August, there's a big Corvette show there. Corvettes at Carlisle in Pennsylvania. So I'll probably try to drive to that in August. Take like 2 to 4 weeks off of work and go check out some Corvettes for a while. Hang out with some of my friends. Try to do some traveling and sightseeing and stuff like that. So it'll be a long drive, but definitely want to do it. So upstate New York. My other best friend lives in New York, so it's like you guys both live where my best friends live. That's crazy. Crazy. What in the world? Yep. So hopefully that goes well and everything works good on the car for like 6,000 miles. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if my friend's from upstate too, but my friend in Delaware lives in, I think he used to live in Middleton or Middletown, and then I don't know if I think he still lives close to that. I think he lives near the tip of Delaware north. Dang, it was a long day. The only thing I hate about my new phone, did this really just die? Yep. So my old phone, you got your lightning and then you have your headphone, but the new phone only has one lightning, so if you're listening to it on your headphones, you can't charge it at the same time. And I still really want to jailbreak it, but I don't think it's out yet, so definitely miss my old. What's up? So yeah, I'll show you here in a second. Microphones compared. Not much, man. Just having some dinner. Hungry. It's been a long day. Got any questions? Hit me up. Do you smoke medical weed for pains? No, I don't do any drugs. So here's my old phone right here. It's got like 5 million icons. And then here's my new one. It's like the icons are twice as big and like 3 times spread out. So I really like having it just like 8 wide and then like 10 deep. There's like 80 icons on here or whatever. And this one only has like 30. So really want my jailbreak back. Anyways, how many hours on average do you work a week? Usually 40. Working a little bit overtime recently. 44 hours last week. Wow, that jailbreak was like, let's see. Yeah, dude, I've been jailbreaking like for 5 years. So there was just a picture on like Facebook yesterday from like memories or whatever. Like every year on that day, you know, you get the memories or whatever. And there's like I think it was like my first or second iPod or whatever, and it was like the same thing, just like all the icons on one thing. Like I've only really bought like iDevices when a jailbreak is available, except for like I think iPhone 4 and basically this one. So like everything I've always bought, like when a jailbreak was available, I'd go out and buy a new phone because I don't like how it looks stock or whatever. I just like doing my own thing. So this one is this iOS is iOS 9. And then this one is iOS 12. It's just stock or whatever. So, how much physics do you use on a daily basis? Never. And how much math? Just depends on what I'm doing. Some days I never use math. Sometimes the only time I really use math is if I'm laying out if I'm laying out plugs or something, like I have to add up the footage, if I'm turning a corner, or if I'm put something on a wall or on the ceiling, then you just cut it in half. So usually just use a calculator, divide it by 2 or whatever, but not too much not too much math or whatever. It's usually just adding and subtracting fractions or whatever. Like if you're doing something on a tape measure, it's like 1 3/4 minus whatever, a 16th or whatever. You just have to common denominator and whatever, write it down, divide it out or minus it out. Am I growing are you growing out your hair? No, I just haven't cut my hair. I just haven't got a chance to cut it. It's like 20 degrees out right now. I mean, the only time my hair really bothers me is when I'm wearing a hoodie or whatever. It gets kind of staticky, but I just haven't had a chance to cut it yet, and it's freezing outside, so I'd rather not go bald right now. Do you ever open your own company? Oh, will you ever open your own company? I don't know. My friend has told me bad things about having his company or whatever, and he just wants to work for someone or whatever, says it's a nightmare to run everything. I don't know. Probably not. What bad things come with it? Basically, just all the bookkeeping, doing all the bids, dealing with the customers, getting paid. I don't know. Just have to keep track of everything. And then if you have employees, then it gets worse or whatever. Daniel. Where's the garlic bread? There's no garlic bread tonight. I'm sorry to let you down. Can you be really rich from being an electrician? It just depends on what your lifestyle is, how much you spend, and what kind of electrical work you do. If you're working non-union or union is like a lot more money. I don't know. Just depends on what you spend it on and where you live, I guess, how much, if you rent for cheap or if you're paying house payments, it just all depends. But if you're living at home, yeah, I think you could be well off. It just depends if you do investments or if you just put all your money in the bank like I do and make nothing. So more questions. Jess! Oh my gosh, Jess, my heart just, oh my gosh, Jess. How dare you surprise me? I hope you've been well. I missed you so much. I hope we can talk again soon. I want to hear how you've been for the last however long since we've talked. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to say right now. Which electricians do you watch? I don't watch any electricians on YouTube. I just upload videos. Kind of weird. But do you plan on moving out of state or staying in? For now, I don't have any plans of moving out. If the opportunity presented itself, I would probably go live with one of my friends in Delaware, maybe. I don't know. If it ever arose or whatever. He said he would charge me like $500 a month. Do I live alone? No, I live with my parents. Jess asked me some questions. I don't know. There's so many people. Oh my gosh, Jess. have you guys been? You guys have a good day? Do you guys work? Do you go to school? So, pet peeves at work or just anything in general? Pet peeves of being an electrician. Certain coworkers, digging, insulation, sheetrock, itchiness, getting up at the crack of dawn, working in cold weather, working in rain. I don't know, just little stuff. In grade 12 and I suck at school a lot and would have dreams of being an electrician. Yeah, I think you could definitely do it if you stick with it, and worst case you just ask people for help or ask the teacher for help or whatever. Get the help you need. I think you can do it. It's not too bad. You have to measure for the plugs. Just depending on some situations. I mean, most of the time you eyeball it or go off the prints, but sometimes it's like, okay, is this within 12 feet or whatnot? You have to turn a corner or whatever, and you have to guess like, okay, this is 3 feet, this is 8 feet or whatever. So sometimes you want to just double check, make sure you're good or whatever. From Toronto, nice. So I'm guessing Canada. I mean, grade 12. Okay, grade 12. That's cool. Yeah, just definitely, I'd say try to decide something while you're in school or quickly after school. Did you finish high school? Yeah, I finished high school. Oh, well. I finished college 2 years, but I'd say definitely try to figure something out while you're in school. Just try to think about it more because I never knew what I wanted to do even after college. So luckily I lucked out and got a decent job from someone willing to give me a chance at church. So really just had no direction in my life or whatever. So luckily I lucked out or whatever. So just try to be conscious of something you want to do. Don't you hate the people who have a lie? Let's see. What do you mean, Danielle? The people who have a lie in the story for everything you say? I'm not sure what you mean exactly. Morgan, currently in trade school and we do a bunch of code work. It is exhausting. Do you have to use the code book for everything? While you're in school, no. I mean, while you're on the job site, no. I've never used the code book ever on a job site. Maybe once for like during an inspection or whatever. Maybe that was my coworker, but no, I've never used the code book on the job site. Basically, all I've ever done, people just tell me to, but basically people just tell you what to do, or whatnot. Basically, people above you, people in charge, tell you what to do or where stuff goes or help you out, get set up or whatever. So, thank you. I appreciate you for stopping by. We have 10 people here. That's crazy. Let me get. Is the work van a perk? Some companies give you one right off the bat. Some maybe take a while. Some people never give out vans. So, if you want a van, then yeah, it's a perk. Doesn't really matter to me. It's kind of a hassle sometimes. If you have to pick it up every day, it's a hassle. But if they let you drive it home, it's not bad. But just depends on the company. If they make you to go to the office and pick up stuff on your own time, it's kind of a waste. So there's perks and not perks, I guess. If the plug is so and so feet from a 90-degree angle, you have to make sure the distance corresponds to the blueprint. Well, you kind of just go according to the blueprint, but sometimes the blueprints aren't exactly or whatever. They kind of just throw them on the computer where the plugs go or whatever. So basically, when you turn a corner or whatever, basically just want to double check it's within the 12 feet or whatever. If it looks super far away, but if it's obviously shorter than that, you don't need to check it. But basically, just need to be good, have a plug every 12 feet or whatever. Yeah, definitely studying for the code test or whatever are not fun. Thank you. Everyone liked the video, John. You're the best. How much did I know before electrical before becoming an apprentice? Absolutely nothing. So started from the bottom. Now we're here, I guess. No, I got ahead. Say for a code test. Coincidence. Keep up the good stuff, man. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the support. Chili's almost gone. No garlic bread. Have a good rest of the night, Daniel. Did someone teach you closely? I mean, I've always worked with like a journeyman or whatever. Basically just went to school, so I'd say not that closely. Basically, people show you what to do or whatever, but nothing too intense. I'm not sure what exactly I mean, but basically people show you what to do and you just do it over and over and it becomes a habit or second nature, I guess. So people always check up on you though if they're a decent person, or you ask questions, am I doing this right or whatever. So it's not too bad as long as you have decent coworkers. So 5 viewers. Any more questions? It's nice to see some new people I haven't seen before, so I appreciate you guys for stopping by, spending some time with me. So schooling's stressful. Sometimes like studying for a midterm or a final, if my grades weren't the best, if I had like a B or a C or whatever, and like it's like, okay, I need this to pass this test to pass the class or whatever, that was kind of stressful. But for the most part, no, I didn't do too much homework or whatever. I just kind of faked it or whatever. So kind of screwed myself there a little bit studying for the code test or whatever, just going easy through school. And then when you get to the final test or whatever for your license or whatever, then kind of in trouble. But we made it. And how long was the schooling? Every week, once a week for 4 hours. So like 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, one day a week, from either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, never on a Friday. So what's my day-to-day schedule? Get up at 6, go to work at 6:30, get home at 3:30 or 4:30. Depending on the day, do nothing or go to. Recently, I've been going to Bible studies on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Fridays usually try to go to bed earlier, or sometimes there might be like little church concerts on Fridays every once in a while, every third Friday of the month or something. There's like a church concert get together thing, and then Saturdays I go to church. I think I'm way off topic here. Anyways, day-to-day schedule. I think I got carried away on that. So yeah, I guess I kind of answered that question, but it just depends on the day or whatever. So some days I'll get home and then turn around and eat, and then go leave, or just don't eat and then go to my friend's house and eat at the Bible studies or whatnot. I don't know. Usually maybe YouTube or Xbox. Right now I'm pretty laid back. Where were we? What is the best way to find an apprenticeship since I am in trade school? I have a decent portfolio of American PLC work. Is that good enough? What is the best way to find an apprenticeship? I'm not sure, because when I found an apprenticeship, basically my boss told me the one to go to, I think. Basically, I would just type in your area code and then type in apprenticeship or electrical apprenticeship. So either non-union or union, whatever you want to go for. Just type in your area code and try to look up local electrical apprenticeships, and hopefully that works. I'm not sure. I didn't need any background for my apprenticeship or whatever, so I'm not exactly sure what a trade school is versus apprenticeship. I thought it was the same thing, so maybe you can let me know what a trade school is or what you're doing in a trade school right now. I'm not sure exactly. Is that like pre-apprenticeship or is it just something completely different? I'm not sure. Dude, what's up? Church, yes. What's up? I've never seen you before. Rosette. It sucks because I can't like click on people's names and you go to profiles or whatever, which is sad. But how long are your breaks at work? So at 9 o'clock we take a 20-minute break and lunch is 30 minutes. Just depends on the company. Some will be like a 10-minute break at 9 or 10, and then a 10-minute break at like 2 o'clock or whatever, or they'll just do a 20-minute break at once and then a 30-minute lunch, or they'll skip break and just do like a 45-minute lunch or whatever, 50-minute lunch or whatever. So it just depends on the company, basically. I go to church that's funky. All right. I don't think church is funky. We're all different, so. Hey buddy, spliced 25 home runs in an attic today. Oh my gosh. Not today, gutter box. I'm so tired of the trade, to be honest. Yeah, I feel you some days, man. Sounds crazy. Are you happy being an electrician? No, I'd say it's alright, but I wouldn't say it's like satisfying. A trade school is completing every stage of schooling needed for an apprenticeship in 2 years' time. So I have all the theory but no hands-on. Oh. I don't know what's the point of a trade school if they just teach you and not let you do anything? So basically you're saying you're learning everything in 2 years, but then you have to go through an apprenticeship and do it all over again? Or am I understanding this wrong? Put some effort in, bro. Are you high or popped one too many Xannies? No. Put some effort in? What do you mean? In what? I'm sitting here answering questions. I don't get it. It's not the type of person I am, so I'm not gonna pretend to be anything I'm not. So I'm not gonna sit here and be all hyper and stuff when this is just who I am right here. So, nice. So yeah, I go to church on Saturdays and then been going to Bible studies Wednesdays and Thursdays for a while now, and then there's one on Tuesdays. I didn't get to go today. Let's see. Would you re-choose another career if you could go back in time? If there was something. That's good. Thanks for sticking by, John. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like to watch Dead Wombats. If I could choose something else, would I go back in time? If I had the knowledge I had now, yes, but if I didn't know what I wanted to do, I would probably still do the same thing. Yeah, so being an electrician is the best of the main trades, but That's all it is. Sure, we are considered smarter than most trades, but you'll never be rich. Yeah, probably. No, once I start my apprenticeship, I have to only work, although no schooling. Okay, so that's nice. That's nice. But yeah, the only bad part about that is hopefully you don't forget all your training. I'm guessing you have to, if you go through all the schooling in 2 years and then do all the work, then you still have to take the test and hopefully you don't forget the information, or do you take the test after your schooling and then do the work? I don't know how to ban people, otherwise I would ban you, John, because you're being annoying. So, literally my worry, yeah. So, I'm guessing with that being said that you are taking the test after you go or get your work hours or whatever. Love Oasis. You go to Oasis Church? What's happening? I make $28 an hour, sounds great to you, I bet, but I promise it's not. My names will be shot before I'm 50. Yeah. What state do you work in, Jack? And are you a journeyman or no work? Then test, sadly. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Dang, son. Yeah, I could work for 50 to 65 an hour. That'd be great. Unfortunately, not here. So. Is schooling required to be an electrician? Depends on the state. Some states you just have to pass a test. So. No, but my states, yes. Or Oregon, you have to be in school until you pass your journeyman test. So yes, in Oregon. In Washington, I'm not sure because I took mine through Oregon and then just took the Washington test. So I think Oregon counted for Washington schooling. So I'm not exactly sure, but I think in Washington now, yes, you have to be in Washington. You have to be in a school now. You can't just be an apprentice like with the labor card or whatever. You have to be in a school now. So I would say yes. Okay. Fourth year apprentice, 8th year in the field. Dang, I am a licensed residential wireman. I don't care about my journeyman because I'm a resi guy. Yeah, I'm not sure. If you have a residential wireman, do you need? Don't you still need a journeyman, like for the ratio 1 to 1, or are you good by yourself? Like, what is that license? Are you good to work by yourself, or do you still need basically a journeyman or whatever? I know that means you're not an apprentice, but I'm not sure exactly what entitles or what you get with that license or whatever. I go to the unholy church of dark light. My entire premises the next month. Alrighty. My state, you have to be in school as an apprentice if you're going through a union, but that's all I really know. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure about other states. I'm only familiar with where I'm at in Oregon and Washington. I'm in Texas. Nice. Yes. Don't need a journeyman for 240 volt or less. I can work legally on any house. Nice. Electrician or audio tech, but I'll look into it for my state. Nice. So what would an auto tech? I thought you said audio. Yeah, auto tech would be cool. 1 second here. Lit. Peace out. Let's see. 12 viewers. That's crazy. Auto tech would make more money. I'm not sure. Probably. I don't know. I'd rather do something on a computer, though. That's easier said than done. I think working on cars would be cool, like building cars and stuff. But then I don't know. I think I would be anxious. Like, did I tighten that bolt down or enough or whatever? But I don't know. Basically, I think practice at anything you can be good at, whatever you put your mind to. Let's see. Yeah, that'd be cool to be a tech if they want to teach you. Yeah, I don't know who that guy was. I feel like I don't know if he watches my videos or I feel like he's left some negative comments before, but I timed him out. I don't know how to ban people, but let me see if I can mod you, Christian. I think I made you a moderator. Yeah, man, you're YouTube famous, dude. My pastor was like telling. I sent my pastor this one video of when I was doing a live stream. My pastor rolled up next to me in the car next to me or whatever. I didn't know it was him. He was sitting next to me for like 2 minutes or whatever, and I was doing a YouTube live stream answering questions or whatever. And I freaked out when I finally looked over at him, and I freaked out because it was him or whatever. And so I sent him the YouTube live clip or whatever, like of the minute or whatever that he was rolling up next to me and me freaking out. He was like showing that to everyone at lunch on Saturday, so everyone was like talking about it or whatever. But this one guy at lunch, he was like, I feel like I've met someone semi-famous now. I was like, oh my gosh, don't stop. I want to go back to school and learn CAD. Yeah, CAD would be cool. Someone mentioned to me before, or someone suggested to me in college that I should do that, like, whatever that's called, architect or whatever, because I like art and I like doing stuff on the computer. So I probably should have looked into that more because I think that would have been a better career. I can't explain to these young kids how hard electrical can be. Yeah. I would just say know what you're in for, I guess. I just want to be able to work on my own car and eventually build my own vet. Yeah, that'd be hella sick. I'm not gonna lie, I love your videos, man, but I have to leave to go study. Have a good night. Thank you so much, Morgan. I appreciate that. Have a good night studying. I wish you the best. I can't wait. I've been practicing the I can't wait. I've been practicing the ancient ritualistic text for about a year, getting ready. Apparently, there's going to be an effigy and everything. Oh, dang. What is my race? Quarter Chinese and Swedish. That's all I know. I don't know what my race is. I think it'd be cool to do one of those ancestry tests, but then people are like, the government or I don't know. There's conspiracy theories like the government like knows everything about you or something. I don't even know. But anyways. Can you kick the widget out of chat? No, come on, be nice. Oh gosh. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Come on, man. Be nice. Do you use a lot of fractions doing your type of work? No, only when you're adding and subtracting off a tape measure, basically. All right. Any other questions or stuff? Yeah. Yeah, not much fractions. Does anyone here play Fortnite besides Retributor? Besides Coach? Put me in, Coach. I want to do something. I'm getting bored. I'm not being bored of streaming. I'm just bored as a person. I kind of want to play Fortnite. I don't know. 60 wins, dang son. I got 60 wins. That's crazy. I have like 20 wins, maybe 21, 22. 25 solo. Yeah, I have like 17 solo. I haven't played Fortnite in like 2 weeks. I kind of want to play right now. It's like every time I have a busy week or something, it's like I don't want to do anything, and then as soon as I do nothing, it's like I want to do something. It's like I can never be satisfied. Yeah, that'd be sweet, dude. Twitch streaming or YouTube. Twitch would be so much easier because you don't have to make videos and upload or whatever. But I don't know. I think YouTube is more fun just because you get to create stuff, but it's definitely a lot more work. Let's do it. You want to play right now? I want to be inside at my house making money. That is the dream, for real. Or at least, Christian, or at least not working for someone and making your own money on yourself. Squad wins. Yeah, solos are. I don't know. I feel like doubles and squads are a lot harder than solo, just because a lot of good teams play or whatever. Any other electrical questions or any questions? My brother and I tried winning on squad, but he plays more than I do. But it was fun. Yeah, it's fun just playing, but for the most part, I feel like it's aggravating because you're just like trying so hard, and you could play like 20 minutes and just die. So it's kind of annoying in that part. But I kind of like the rumble or whatever, where you just like keep your weapons and respawn or whatever, but then you only have like 100 health or whatever, so like you drop and just get one shot. It's kind of annoying too, but I like that one because you can get like 10-15 kills. How many electricians does it take to screw in a light bulb? One if you're good. Well, I feel like people are actually like hitting the notification bell because like when I upload a video I get like immediate views, so that's cool. Things are going well. I think I lost a sub or I got one, I'm not sure. 356 or was it 357? Maybe it was that John Doe. I don't know. I hit the bell. Appreciate it. What if you're not good? Then it probably takes two. I'm just trying to think of questions for you because I'm seriously considering being an apprentice in my state. Yeah, just if you think of something, ask. No pressure. Christian, how much do you need to survive? The only person I have the bell enabled for on YouTube. I appreciate that, Christian. You're a real friend. Did how many years in the trade, man? 7 years in July, so like 6.5 right now. 6.6. I don't know. I tell you, it's right for you or me. Dude. I should eat a pack of candy because that's usually what I do on YouTube live stream. I got 5 packs of candy left. Is being an electrician hard? Some days. It just depends on what you consider hard. If you enjoy the physical work, then no. Some days it can be hard, sometimes not. It's usually pretty not. Just depends on what type of work you're doing and what kind of company you work for. You are my journeyman, helping me to become an electrician. It would be so fun, I swear. Yeah, I try to be as cool as I can. Try to be nice because I know what it's like to work with someone crappy or whatever. So try to be as helping as I can and try to be as kind as I can. So it's very hard physically and when you get good, it can be mentally hard bossing newbies around. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's kind of mentally hard sometimes. You try to be assertive or whatever, but kind, but not a jerk. So you just yeah, some days it can be. I just want to go on a vet ride along. What state you said you live in? Texas? I don't know if I'll be stopping by in Texas. If I go to my friends, I think I'm taking the northern states. Let me look up his address. So if I go to Pennsylvania, it will probably be through the states of Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, or Washington, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. I love doing physical work, but I love to wire things. I guess I would have to get the theory down in my brain while learning to know how would get me to, yeah, kind of takes a minute. Yeah, I mean, you'll definitely learn it if you stick with it. Just takes time. It took me a while. Just depends on how quick you are at learning and how well someone explains it. My advice for any new guy, either go commercial or industrial, stay away from resi. I think resi is good for beginning to get the hang of it or whatever. I mean, you could definitely pick it up in commercial or industrial if someone taught you well. I've never really done industrial, but I think residential is good just to begin in. What state am I in? Washington. Go the long way, come through Texas. Why did I think residential would be more simple in a way? I mean, it might be more simple, but it's more work or harder. I don't know. Just depends what you think or what you like or something like that. If you only do new construction resi, it's easy. I guarantee you will do remodel work and service, which is very hard. Yeah, remodel work isn't fun and service is not fun at all. It was kind of what I was doing today. Have you seen anyone mess up really bad wiring? The only thing that comes to mind when I read that is this guy I was working with before I left my old company. We were doing a remodel or whatever and took apart all the stuff. There was like 7 wires up in the air. Had to put it all back together, make everything work. He didn't check the wiring or whatever. He took a hot and a neutral, but the neutral was actually a second hot. So it was like a heater. So it was like a 240 volt heater, but they didn't rephase the white. So he just tied the neutral in with the whites or whatever. And then that doubled the voltage on the light and the fan or whatever. So it like blew him up or whatever, destroyed him. So I had to take that apart and fix it. Have you ever drywall on your eyes, insulation on your body? Yep, for sure. That's not fun. Local 46? I don't know what you mean. I'm not union. Wow. Yeah, so you just have to remodel isn't fun. or at least service stuff where you have to take stuff apart, add stuff to a circuit and hope it doesn't trip, and take stuff apart and then figure it all out and make sure it all works or whatever. So like what we were doing this at the job I was just telling you about, basically, where like it was crazy, dude. Like the dude like cut all these walls down or whatever, so like all the wires like were like they like took all the wires apart or whatever, and then we had to like figure out where they went and what they went to or whatever, and like put them back on the breakers or whatever. So it was a really big nightmare. I had to like take a power source or whatever, touch this wire, where does this go, like figure out where it goes in the building or whatever. Luckily it was small, so we just walked around to the other side of the wall or whatever and just like see like, did it go to this plug-in? No. Did it go to this plug-in? No. So basically I had to figure out where the wire went or whatever, and then like tie it all back together and put them all back in boxes and stuff, time through. Tracing wires could be so shitty for sure, dude. But yeah. Yes. Tracing wires. I just like doing new stuff. You know where it's going. Yeah, it was a nightmare, dude. And then the dude, oh my gosh. My coworker told me the power was off, and that's the first time I zapped myself with 208. Or like, I don't know, it was like 220 or something. It wasn't 240, but I think it was like 208 or 220. So coworker told me the power was off and it wasn't. So I was like, thanks. That one hurt. Another new construction. That sounds crazy. Yeah. You ever do rigid IMC? A little rigid. I know, like for outside underground, for outside lights, like 6 inches down or whatever. So, IMC. I'd have to remember what that stands for. Doesn't ring. IMC doesn't ring a bell. Something metal conduit. I don't know what the I stands for. I doubt I have. If I don't know what IMC stands for. IMC has smaller walls. Oh, then no, I've only done rigid a couple times. No, I haven't then, no. So no. Just rigid. What are you asking? No, just rigid and rigid Romex MC. I can't think right now. I don't even know. Feeders and stuff like that. So doing feeders yesterday. And what's the other stuff? The Romex feeders. I literally cannot think right now. I've usually always used a roto split. Mine just recently broke, so I've been using dikes. I think my company has an extra set or something in the game box, so I could probably just use that. I really don't like using dikes. I'm just used to roto splitting it. I think it's cleaner and faster, and yeah, you don't have to deal with it with MC or whatever. You get it. You kind of get it more where you want it with dikes. You kind of either you bend it in half or you just cut it where you want it. So if you bend it, you kind of just are stuck wherever it bends. That's where you get it. But yeah, for sure, I think it's cleaner too, and less possibility of damaging the wire. I'm still trying to think of that word, but I can't think of it. It's like a 3-letter acronym. Service entrance cable, SER. SER, that's what I'm thinking of. Do you deal with conduit a lot? And is it fun bending? And what type of method you use in bending? Sorry for all these questions. No, don't be sorry. I don't do conduit that much. Is it fun bending? Sometimes, not really. What type of math do you use when bending? Basically, just adding and subtracting. I don't do nothing too crazy, so it's usually just add your deduct of whatever. If it's half inch, you do 5-inch deduct. Make a 90, whatever. So kind of just have to know the mathematical equations and then minus 5 inches or plus 5 inches or whatever, and then know which direction to bend. So not too much, but no one's ever showed me extremely that much. A few people have showed me, but that was a while ago. So I was definitely doing it at one point. Like a month or two back, I was feeling pretty confident in it a little bit, but it's been a while again. So you just kind of have to get a good enough hang of it. It's like riding a bike; you'll remember it or whatever. But if you don't do it that often, then you kind of start to lose it. So, yeah, I definitely love looking at pretty pipe, but it's not fun to sit there and do it over and over again until it looks pretty. The math is easy, but they make conduct calculators for unicorns. Yeah, there's definitely phone equations though. So like phone applications that can help or whatever. So that makes it easier. What type of things did the classroom teach? Most of the classroom was just like books and stuff, but there was some labs. There was a conduit bending lab, like a welding lab, uh, like a motors lab. I think there's like a basic like housing lab or whatever. There's a panel lab, like how to wire a panel, how to wire basic circuits, and then like a doorbell, like a light bulb, and like a few things like that. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. Is my conduit fill out daily? Yeah, I don't have any apps really. I think the welding was really cool. I made some stuff. The teacher like let us stay after or whatever and like make whatever we wanted. It was pretty cool. So definitely thought that was cool. One hour. Mm-hmm. So would you say the labs and the book work were equal, or did the book side of the class overweigh the lab? We only did a lab like once or twice a year, and the books were every week, or at least. I mean, there was either like workbooks or regular books, but in your fourth year, it was just like straight code book, and then stuff like that. So, thanks for stopping by, Jack. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your night. God bless you, brother. Down to 5. Once or twice a year. Wow. Okay, still figuring out more questions. Yeah, no problem. I wish there was a way. I don't have any like stuff on my computer, but I wish I could do like a Fortnite game stream with my camera here, reading questions and like doing two things at once or whatever. But or just like playing Fortnite and then like answering questions or whatever on microphone or whatever, but I don't have the right equipment to set that up with YouTube or whatever for YouTube live streams or whatever. Unless there's a way to like Twitch it into YouTube or whatever, so I don't know. If there's a way to Twitch it in here, that would be sweet. Let me see let me go to my old school website, see if they have a new school wages for 2019 yet. All right, 2019 wages, $15. So when I started, I think I was at like $12.50 an hour or something, $12 an hour. Now, 2019, they're at $15.36 an hour. And then eighth period is $30.71. Damn. When I finished, I think it was at $28 an hour or something. When you started out as an apprentice, was the book work a lot per week? Also, what type of work do they have you do starting out? Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, Coach. Does the book work a lot per week? No, I don't really remember it being that much. I think it kind of picked up in third and fourth year for sure, but the work just depends on the company that you work for. It just depends what type of work they're doing and what type of help they need or whatever. So if they're doing apartments, then you'll be doing apartments, but whatever they're doing, basically whatever company you're working for, that's the type of work you'll be doing. So it's whatever they need help with, basically. Yeah. Losing viewers. So yeah. Might end this soon. I'm not sure. Might hop on Fortnite. I don't know. I kind of want to watch a movie, to be honest. I haven't watched a movie in so long. So now that I have a new phone, I can actually download apps that are new. So my friend like uploads videos or uploads movies or whatever. I don't know how he does it, but he has Aquaman I want to watch, Bumblebee. I think that's it. Maybe that new Spider-Man Into the Universe or whatever, multiverse. Oh, Get Hard. I told him that I want to watch that one for sure. I told my friend to get that for me. That's like 4 years old now. Smallfoot, maybe. So my friend just like downloads all these movies. I don't know where he gets it from, but Venom. I definitely want to watch Venom again. That was a really good movie. My coworker's funny, dude. My coworker's like a teenage girl. He's like, yee. So funny. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wiring a 20,000 square foot trampoline park. Dang, that sounds crazy. Fun job, lots of show lighting control. Show lighting control. I have no idea what that means. I'm guessing that's like a lighting panel or something. What do you mean by show lighting control? Do you do any low voltage? If I have to. I mean, just depends what the company needs. I mean, I've done it before. Lasers, bro. Yeah, I've done some cable before, Cat 5, Cat 6, fire alarm, smoke detectors, sorta. That's not really low voltage. Did they review and type? I did fiber once. Didn't terminate it, but pulled it or whatever. They review and type. I think they kind of show you the math that you're doing, or at least the formulas, and help you go through it. I didn't really have a problem with it. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it, but just remembering all the steps, I think, was more of a problem, which maybe was the problem. But they go over it, or you can always ask questions to do more or whatever. So hopefully the school is cool and doesn't mind helping people, because that's kind of what they're there for. Yeah, it's basically just the big problems that are hard, like housing load calculations or building load calculations or whatever. For the most stuff, you're not really doing too much that I remember. You're not really doing algebra or anything, I don't think so. I got like so many lightning cords now. I just got a new one with my phone. And I was about to buy another brick, but I remembered I did. Luckily, I did because I forgot that they give you one in the box. So now I finally have 3 power bricks for my phone. It's like one on the side of my bed. Actually, I had 3, but now I have 4. I usually use them to charge my GoPros or I charge GoPro batteries. But I kind of wanted to have one like in my work bag or something, like if I need to charge it at work or whatever. But I usually just have the external battery charger or whatever. But sometimes that dies or whatever. Just want to be safe. Probably need to make a video. Dang. It's like if I don't do anything on like Monday or Tuesday or Sunday, then it's like I have no free time. I had a GoPro, but I had to get rid of it a while ago. I missed that thing. Yeah, they're pretty good. I like them. Definitely work good for car rides and stuff like that. With the suction cup. Let's see. Let's see. See what kind of comic we got. Okay, you saw the video. Cool. I'm glad you watched that. I wish there was more car videos I could make or whatever. But I don't make that many car videos, which is sad. Any more questions? I feel like I'm being boring right now, so. What supply houses do you have up in Washington? We usually shop at North Coast Electric, Platt. I think there's another store called Rexel or something. We don't really shop there, I don't think. Or my old companies didn't. Gray Bar. I think those are the main ones that I know of. Home Depot sometimes, I don't know. Yo! How did you know you wanted to become an electrician? I didn't. I just started working as one. That side job you did that change? Was it 15 or 20 amp? I think it was 15 amp. The wires were dead anyway, so it doesn't matter what I put in there. But I think I bought a 15 amp. I think they go either way, so whatever you buy, I think it was. No, yeah, it was backstabbed. The old one was backstabbed. But back in the day, they had 20 backstabbers. The wire, I think the wire was 12. I think I remember stripping at 12. No, it was in the back pretty deep. I had to pull it out. I think I cut one of them because I didn't feel like pulling on it anymore. The wires were dead when I put the new one on still, so it didn't do anything. It wasn't the outlet. I think someone cut the wires. There was no power. No power at the wires. Because he was saying someone was cutting wires or whatever, but I don't know if he was talking about that house or a different house that he owned. Because he said someone that was living there previously, either at that house or someone else, or at his other house, was like cutting wires and moving stuff all around or something crazy. About the outlet to the left and the right of it. No, the left and the right outlets already. I checked everything. The left outlet worked. The right outlet worked. I checked the outlets in the bathrooms behind it. I checked the plugins in the bedroom to the left of it. Checked the ones like 2 rooms over, like the dining room plugs. Is it common to check in the attic for electrical wires? If you need to, if the situation arises. Did you open them up or use a plug checker? I used the plug meter, or whatever you call it. I used the meter or whatever to check for voltage. And they all said they were 120 whatever, 123 volts or whatever. I mean, I could have taken them all apart, but I don't know. I didn't have my drill with me, so didn't want to unscrew everything by hand. I didn't really think about that actually. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about that actually. I was like, this would be cool if I had a tracer, but I didn't. I don't do that type of, I don't do that much stuff to invest in that. Although it would definitely help. But yeah. Usually don't run across that, but guess I did today. What? Tone generator easier for troubleshooting? Depends. Sometimes it can be really helpful, and sometimes it can just send a signal out everywhere, depending on if it's wire in a pipe or if there's a whole bunch of wires together or whatever. It can bleed signal or whatever. So there's different types. One is like a tone generator, and the other one is, I think the other one's a breaker checker. That's what I'm thinking of probably, but there's one where you plug it into the plug-in and then you just go through the breakers or whatever, and it makes a beeping note. Basically, it's a tone generator for breakers. So Nice. I haven't seen any at Home Depot. I never haven't looked or anything, so yeah, I don't think I've looked for any. But how expensive are they? I feel like the ones I'm thinking of are like $200, but I think that's for the breaker checker or something. I don't know how much a regular. I don't know how much a regular tone generator is. I don't know if you're talking when you say circuit tracers. I don't know if you mean tone generators or breaker checkers or something else. I can't believe it's almost payday again on Friday. I feel like I just got paid like recently, but I guess it's time for payday again, so that's cool. I don't even pay attention to when I get paid anymore. I just work. I feel like my savings has not gone up in like 3 months. It sucks. Oh, that's probably because I spent like 8 grand or 10 grand. Time does feel like it flies. Like yeah, dude. I can't believe January is already over. Yeah, like the whole last year was just a blur, dude. Like I can't believe a whole year went by. Basically, I started working at my old company and then went to my current company within that last year. No worries, no worries. Yeah, the whole last year was crazy. Doing a bunch of remodels for like 6 months was gross. I think I got a bunch of gross stuff on the carpet from the attic. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Ugh. I feel like life is just a rush right now. Like it's just going by so fast. Can't even have time to breathe. See if I got anything coming up this week. No, I did this side electrical. Might have to sign up for another Spotify trial. Or no, I guess I could just use offline for a month. So next week, Friday, and then 2 weeks Friday is gonna be lit. Might be a car show. Couple Sundays. Maybe I'll go to a car show. Yeah, dude, I totally understand what you mean. Time just goes by in a blink, dude. He's like, feels like I'm on a time crunch to figure out my life, to be honest, so that's why I'm being serious about asking questions to determine whether or not it's doable for myself. Yeah, I'd just say if you want to do it, but make sure you want to do it. I mean, it sounds like it would be a good fit for you because you don't mind physical or whatever, you're just worried about the math or whatever, but definitely try it out or whatever. I mean, you can always quit or whatever, but if you had someone that you knew or whatever, and just ask them to try it out or whatever, that would be cool if they like help you out or something. So, I love Portal. Yeah, I was never into it as a child because I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by negative. Do I think I'll ever leave electrical? I hope so. There are shitty days, weeks, jobs, but for the most part, I love it. Um, I mean, I don't mind it, but I'd rather not be in it. But I don't know what I want to do. Just like when I was in high school, still don't know what I want to do. So I'm just gonna stick with it until I know what I want to do. So, or I mean, maybe I'll never get out of it, but hopefully one day I can. Got some feels right. Are you in the electrical field, RH? Kind of want to get something to drink. Kind of want to go to bed super early tonight. Low voltage, cool. And what do you do now? Do you do something else? Hated it. I feel like I would like low voltage better, to be honest. Well, maybe. Dang. Custom sound crazy. I don't like doing any like I don't like doing small jobs. I like big jobs. But customs just sound like a nightmare. Yeah, that's why. Sort of thinking you were meaning. Dang. That's funny. Rip. Yeah, we didn't have grounding in our household or like chores or anything, so I grew up pretty lazy. It's kind of why I don't want to work ever now. Didn't really learn the value of money, I guess. The worst part about doing low voltage was sent to work completely around the customer's schedule. We would routinely be sent out for a night for him with no notice to fix stuff. Dang. Seems to be right bit in the trades. Yeah, I'm lucky to have a nice. I've basically always worked 7 to 3:30, but now it's like 6:30 to 3. But sometimes 4 now. It just depends if we're working overtime or not. But it's usually always been 7 to 3:30, and usually always came home at the end of the day. So definitely been pretty blessed to have local work and have weekends and stuff like that. I've only worked like 2 or 3 Sundays in my career, so I think I'm gonna go grab some juice real quick and let you guys get some more questions loaded up here. I'll be right back. Give me like 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. Yeah, local work is definitely good, unless you're getting paid like crazy money to work out of town. Because I went out of town for like 2 weeks to Chicago, made like $5,000, and they didn't charge me any taxes or whatever. And now I'm getting no money back on my taxes because I had to pay. I mean, I didn't have to pay, but I didn't realize it. But basically, all my money wasn't being taxed or whatever. So now I'm being taxed at the end of the year. But luckily, I'm not being charged anything, if that makes sense. So, like last year, I think I got like $2,000 back last year, but now I'm getting like $70. I thought I was going to get like $4,000 back, but I guess because they didn't charge me any taxes, now I'm losing all that or whatever. So otherwise, I would have got it back. If I would have paid taxes earlier in the year, then I would have got it all back or if something, if that makes sense. Unfortunate. Oh dear. Yeah. I have like a 10-year high school reunion that I have to worry about right now. Basically, have to like do something like buy some ticket or something for this event. But I have to register or something, so something, otherwise we're not going or something. Why don't you join the union? Washington has a lot of work. Seattle is a walkthrough. I don't know if there are Washington unions. I haven't really looked. I don't know how it works if you're in a Washington union and you live like 300 miles away. But I know there's an Oregon one, but I don't like Oregon, and I always hear that you have to take some like type of union test or whatever. I don't know. I just never really considered it too seriously, but besides looking at all the more money they make. Oh, here's one. Are there circuits on blueprints? Yeah, on blueprints, usually circuits. Whether it's lighting circuit blueprints or power circuit. Like, I would show you right now on my phone the blueprints since I have them, but I got signed out of the app or whatever, and my coworker has the login or whatever. So what was I gonna say? I got signed out of the blueprint app or whatever, but otherwise I would have showed you what the blueprints look like that we're working from. GW German wage. $42 gross or net? Really confused how to sign up for this. Oh, maybe this is gonna be super easy. Let me sign up real quick. Email. 1 second. Signing up for high school reunion. Dietary restrictions. No. Throwback song request. Oh gosh. I have no idea. Throwback song request. Are you joking me right now? Sure. Yes, submit. Questions. Submit, please. Why is this? Really? Submit. We have received your registration. Insert other information here. Save the link below, which can be used to edit your registration up until the registration closing date. Editing your response. Trying to. I don't know how to copy this URL. Copy link. Email myself the link. Thinking. Okay. Might eat some candy while you think. I'm not sure. Let's write a link. Paste. So I signed up now for the high school reunion. Might have to send a check in the mail. Is it difficult wiring up a panel and having to figure out what wire leads where? No, usually all the wires are labeled. So when you're wiring up a panel, when you leave all the wires at the panel, you write down on the wires what they go to. So if you run a home run to the microwave, you write down microwave. So then when you put the wire in there, it says microwave, and then on the panel schedule it says microwave is circuit 42 or circuit 2 or whatever. So your first wire on the right is going to be the microwave. And so basically you write down all the wires, you look at the panel schedule of where the wires need to go to, and then you just match them up. So it's pretty simple as long as people labeled them. If they didn't label them, then you're screwed. So as in where, I mean the location inside the building, the house. So your question might have been different than I was answering. Is it difficult wiring up a panel and having to figure out what wire leads where? Is it the main location inside the building house? No. Basically, well, I guess I can answer your question without knowing it, but basically, you just need to know what type of wire you need for what situation. So if you're running the microwave, it's going to be yellow 20 amp 12 gauge wire, 12-2 or whatever. So basically just take your wire. You can either start at the microwave and go to the panel, or start at the panel and go to the microwave. And then, yeah, just one sec. What wire leads where? No, basically you just need to know. You just know what type of wire you need and where they go, and then take them there or whatever. So, but you kind of, someone will either help you like they'll either like write on the wall home run here in this size wire, or basically you've done it so many times that you already know what goes where and stuff. Most stuff is in 12-2 for like kitchens or whatever, but depending on what type of situation, you can do like some apartments or whatever are all in 12-2, but some of them just the kitchen are in like 12-2, and then like the plugs and lights are in 14 wire or 15 amp circuit. So can I send? Okay. Any other questions? Oh dear, just flip my mouse. Let me know if you like the new style of videos where I'm like clipping clips together, or if you just like the videos at the end of the day where I'm just talking for like one solid clip, or do you like the short clips of me doing different things throughout the day, sort of? Because I kind of like doing those, but it would either have to be at like the beginning of the day, break time, lunchtime, or at the end of the day or whatever. What's up, Pepsi? What's worse, hot weather or cold weather while on the job? Honestly, they both suck, but I think cold weather is worse. Just because, I mean, you can layer up and warm up and then take layers off, but if your fingers and toes are cold, like you can't really make them warmer. Like if it's warm out, you can just sweat a bunch and that's great. You can lose weight and stuff. I mean, it sucks because you're thirsty and you're sweating, but I think I'd rather sweat than have my toes and fingers freezing cold or whatever, because that's just really miserable. Yes. Welcome, Pepsi. All right, guys. I'm busting out the 5th pack. I got 4 left. Oh gosh. This one's broken already? Dude, how'd you know? I probably showed you. I mean, you could probably read it, but dude, my personal favorite as well. I really haven't had those, not pixie sticks, but the picks or something. Like, I don't know, as a kid, you had those little band-aid shape looking like white sticks or whatever, and you dip them in the like pixie dust or whatever, and you just like lick it. But I just like eating the sticks because those were the best thing ever. Dude, I just sit here and eat. I just eat like the 20 pack in one sitting. I got like 4 more packs over there. I went to the store like a year ago and bought like 35 packs of them or whatever. Just literally wiped the shelf. Just spent like $50 on these things. I'm still eating them. Yeah, dude, the Pixie ones or whatever. I could probably look it up. I forgot the name of it. It's like 90s Pixie dip or something. Fun Dip. It's called Fun Dip. Lit. I wonder if they still make those. Bro, they are the best. Lit. There was this other candy, not really candy, but there's this other candy as a kid I remember. I think they were real. I don't think I was dreaming it, but it was like they look kind of Japanese. They're like little like panda bears or something. I don't know, but they're like crackers on the outside, but they were hollow on the inside with chocolate underneath of it. So it's like a chocolate bubble with like a cracker on the outside. They were so good. I don't know. Lit. For real. Yeah, there's like these crackers with chocolate on the inside of it, but there's like a hollow bubble on the inside. I don't know if those were real. Have you ever had those or seen them? I think they were real. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the name of them. You probably just Google it. But what? Xanax? Called Lick a Stick? Dude, Lick a Stick. Those things were this. Oh my gosh, they're the best things ever. Sour Power Strips. Haven't heard of those. Sour Belts. I do love those. Oh, my favorite was like the Sweet Factory, like the blue bottle caps or whatever. It's basically just like it's like a Sour Patch Kid, but in the shape of a bottle cap or whatever, a little bottle. They're like basically the same thing, just like kind of gooey, like blue raspberry, and then like sugar on the outside. Or it was like a fine sugar that was like a powder sugar, sort of, not like a grainy sugar. Yeah, dude, I was just talking about that at work today. My coworker's like has like a whole like lunch pail full of candy. It's ridiculous. He has some warheads in his lunch thing or whatever, and I was telling him like the last couple of days like how I was choking on those as a kid, dude. Choking on those as a kid. My dad had to like stick his fingers down my throat because I was choking on a warhead. It was so scary. But yeah, he has warheads in his lunch bag, in his lunchbox. Warheads, like a huge Snickers bar, Airheads. Had like a fruit roll up, just literally like everything, dude. It was crazy. I was like, "You want to go out to eat with us?" He's like, "No, I brought a lunch." And he's like eating candy all day long. I should just bring a pack of candy tomorrow and be like, "No, I brought lunch. Let's eat lunch together." I feel like not that many people live stream. Like the only people that live stream that I follow on YouTube are like a couple like Fortnite kids, and then like Cletus McFarland every once in a while when he's like starting up one of his race cars or whatever. No, his sandwich would be like a fruit roll up, like Airheads, and then like a Snickers bar, and then another like fruit roll up. It would just be 100% candy, no bread. Wonder what I'm doing at work tomorrow. Probably just same old stuff. I think we're finishing up the 4th floor and then probably heading down to 3. Start all over. As long as I don't have to work outside. I think it's going to snow again tonight, maybe. Let me check. No, maybe not. No, but it's going to be 23 degrees. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. By the end of work tomorrow, it's going to be 37 degrees. That's like not much warmer. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to snow. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to snow Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Oh my gosh. It really sucks. I want to drive the Corvette in 20-degree weather, but not in the snow. Really hope it doesn't snow. That sucks. Dude, I'm over it. It's just so annoying. I guess I'm just super old. I think I got my 357 sub back. What? Yo, these dudes at work, they're just like sick every other day, or they just don't feel like working. Like that one guy, like took off the whole last week, came back like yesterday, Monday, and then he's like sick again. Like he's working like one day out of the last like 7. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's rain, snowing, and sunning today. Yeah, I don't know how people hold jobs and they never work. I don't get it. I think one year I took like one sick day the whole year, or none. And then another year, maybe just one day. For real. It's like, I feel like in the 6 years I've been working, I've taken like 3 weeks, 4 weeks off maybe. Like one, because I was leaving my company, I used up my week vacation, just literally sat home and did nothing. Another one, I think that's the only there was another vacation I took that I don't think it was paid, but took like a week off one at my first company when I started working. I took a week off to go to Montana or something, go to some mountains or something, and then my other company I took a few days off like to go to a wedding or something, and then like it's like I didn't want to work half of a day, so that was out of town, so I took that off. But for the most part, I literally take no time off or whatever. So, like, I mean, the company I work for now doesn't really care, which is cool, but I still don't really take time off. But all my other companies, it just seems like you had to work every day. Like, they were like about the work, but this company is really cool because they're like work to live, not live to work or whatever, something. So they're pretty cool. Like, you can adjust your hours however you want, sort of like on a normal 40-hour work week, you can like work like 10 hours one day and then like work 6 hours the next day or whatever. So my company is pretty sweet. Was it cool over there in Montana? It was all right. I mean, went up to the mountains, saw some mountain goats and stuff. I don't know. Probably not the coolest thing. Did go to Minnesota one time to a car show. That was cool. I know I don't really remember most of it. There's probably a lot of driving in the car or whatever. Yeah, I feel like that's how most companies are. Like, if you're not working, then like they want you gone, and that's why I kind of get burnt out sometimes. It's because like you never get a day off, and it's like I'm tired of this. But I might actually try to take a proper vacation this year. Take like 2 to 4 weeks off in August or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want job security. But I feel like as an electrician, like even if someone like lays you off or fires you or whatever the case may be, or if you quit or whatever, if you're an electrician with a license or whatever, like anyone will hire you like basically at any point. So like if you lose your job, you can find one within like a week or whatever, the next day or whatever, because there's so many people that need electricians right now. It's ridiculous. Like if I lost my job today, I could go back to my old company like tomorrow, or go back to one of my other 2 or 3 companies that I worked for before. I could go back to them the next day. So like if I lose my job right now, I could call up one of my last 3 companies that I worked for, and I could go back to work for them like the next day. So it's really not that big of a deal. So I feel like job security is pretty good. Yeah. So no, the electrical trade, but I don't know how. I would just suggest typing in your zip code or your state or whatever, and then typing electrical apprenticeship or local. Type in your zip code, local zip code, uh, electrical apprenticeship or electrical apprenticeship or something along those lines. I didn't really look into it that way, but I'm sure it'll work. Basically, I just started working for some guy, and then he told me I needed to go to school, and just like I'm pretty sure he told me the school, and then I just did it. So I don't know. Hopefully that helps you. This pack is like half gone. So is school required to be an electrician? For the most part, I'd say yeah. Right now, where I live, you have to be in school to be an apprentice. Was I wiring on my first day? 1 second. Is school required to be an electrician? Some states you probably know. I think we kind of went over this earlier, but some states you just have to pass the test that says you have the knowledge to be an electrician. Other states want like proof of your hours, and then you take the test, and then like I think our states, like I don't know if they require you to be an apprenticeship, and then like that, and then the school like sends your hours over to the state or whatever, proving that you went to school, and then like you pass the test, and then you're good. My first day as an apprentice, well, I started working for the guy like 4 days before I went into the apprenticeship. So the first day I worked for him, we were doing like fire alarm testing or whatever. But when I was officially an apprentice, probably, I don't remember exactly what we were doing. I probably was or doing something like boxing or carrying material. I'm not sure. I was probably just, to be honest, I was probably just helping out the journeymen that were at my company, but I honestly can't remember. It just depends on the company you work for. I'd say most people would have you doing some type of wiring. Maybe they'll have you starting out getting used to material and stuff like that. It seems like the lower you are as an apprentice, the worse work you get. Like sometimes you'll be carrying material, sometimes you'll be digging. But it seems like as you progress, the work gets easier, or for the most part, I mean, it gets less hard or whatever, sort of. So like when someone newer comes below you, then usually they take your spot or whatever. So like, just depends on the company though. So some companies will have like material guys, like some big companies will have material guys, and then other companies will have like diggers or whatever and stuff like that. So you're actually like doing wiring stuff and not just in a hole digging dirt or whatever. So that's nice when a company does that. So you can actually get like training and not just like working a shovel. How much do you make an hour as an electrician? I make $35 an hour. Non-union. So Cletus made a new video today. Can't wait to watch it. 20 minutes. Yeah, I was digging holes at my last company for like a month straight, dude. Like a ditch, like for a month. I was so done. It's like, I know my last company, like anyone would do anything. So like, it's kind of dumb that like they had journeymen digging ditches. Whatever. Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's definitely not bad. I wouldn't say I enjoy it and I don't hate it, but it's just what's the word? Not acceptable, but I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. It's just neutral to me, I would say. How deep did they need to? What? Yeah, so basically we were putting in these underground lights. It's like the whole outside of the building or whatever, like in a U shape. So I would say it was like 800 feet or something, like long, and they had to be like, I think they were like 30 to 42 inches deep. I mean, they had a machine or whatever that did most of it, but it threw all the dirt back in the hole, so we had to like dig it out. And then some parts were like, you were digging the trench like right next to trees, so there was literally like just like covered in roots or whatever. Like the whole ditch, it was like the ditch was like 7 inches wide or whatever, which is like barely enough to get the little clam shovel in there. But some of the spots just had roots. Like you had to like cut every single root for like 20 feet or whatever, 40 feet, just to get the shovel in there. Yeah, if we had to hand dig the whole thing, dude, we would have been there for like 3 years. But they had a machine or whatever, but it didn't go down the full way, and then it threw all the dirt back in the hole or whatever, so it was kind of annoying. I think when I finish the pack of candy, I'm gonna end the stream. I got like 5 left. Four in this one. I definitely need to go to bed early. I've been going to bed at like 11:30 to midnight every night, and I have to get up at like 6. So I definitely need to try to get to bed at like 10 and then start at 9:20. And I want to watch this 20-minute video, so that's really cutting down on my time. Any final questions, thoughts? It's freaking crazy looking at 60 frames per second on your phone. Like, I'm not used to this. It looks so like fast and blurry. A coworker. That's so funny. You wire plugs and lights separately. It just depends. It just depends on what they want. Right now, we're doing plugs and lights separately. It either depends on the blueprints, your company, or what exactly, but it can be done either way. Yeah, it can be either the same circuit or separate. So yeah, right now we're doing separate circuits for lights and plugs, but sometimes they just share a circuit. So like it'd be like it's usually like probably like 1 bedroom per circuit. So it's like bedroom and lights for that bedroom on one circuit, and then it'd probably be like another bedroom and lights on a separate circuit. But right now we're just doing like bedroom plugs, one circuit, lights, like most of the lights for the whole room and on a circuit or whatever. I saw this license plate today. It says, you can't see that probably, but it's a license plate frame that says Princess. I totally think I should get one for the Corvette. Princess. I'm gonna upload it to Instagram as a story. Go check it out. Come on. Come on. Blah, 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 blah. Down to the final straw. Get your questions in now while it's hot. When you wire lights and plugs separate, does the amperage ever go above a normal breaker, like 15 or 20? Are you saying are you saying is there too much stuff on a circuit that it needs more power, or are you just saying what size breaker do you use for the plugs and lights? Because I've always seen them on 15 and 20. I've never seen them on anything higher because they're only really protected on 15 or 20. If you go any higher, then I think if something tripped or whatever, like if it was supposed to trip at 15 or 20 and it has a circuit rating of 30, then it's not going to trip and that would be a hazard, right? I think that would be a problem. The wire would overheat and then start a fire or something. Maybe. I'm not too familiar with how fires start, but sounds about right. Basically, you want the wire and the breaker to match up, unless specifically like stated otherwise for other purposes. Oops, no, yeah. Any final questions? I think I'm about to log off. It's been about 2 hours and 14 minutes. You guys are crazy. Any final questions? Going once. Nope, sir. Punch draw's all done. For sure, dude. I got 4 packs for the next live stream. We're set. All right, guys. I think it's just you and maybe someone else. Appreciate it, Christian, again. Freaking warrior. You're the best. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Probably won't upload this video. I mean, I could. I don't know. Should I upload live streams or should I just not upload live streams? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone really watches them, but whatever. Is it a bad idea to upload live streams? Not a problem, man. I feel like I shouldn't upload some of these, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I could. I mean, nothing to hide, I guess. So I guess I could. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll catch you soon. So. See you later. Have a good night, man. Appreciate it. You're the best. See ya. Appreciate it, man. See you soon.